Mary Pickford. Mary Pickford, born on April 8, 1892, is celebrated as America's sweetheart and a true pioneer of early Hollywood. Renowned for her heartfelt performances and innovative spirit, she became one of the most influential figures in the film industry. When she passed away on May 29, 1979, her final wishes were a reflection of the personal values that defined her life and career. In a heartfelt tribute to her enduring love for family, Mary was interred in the Garden of Memory at Forest Lawn Memorial Park, a serene enclave designed to evoke peace and remembrance. Chosen for its beauty and symbolic importance, this resting place was shared with her mother and siblings, encapsulating her lifelong commitment to familial bonds and the nurturing of close relationships. The Garden of Memory stands as an oasis of tranquility amidst Hollywood's frenetic pace, offering visitors a tangible connection to one of cinema's foundational figures. Her final interment was not merely a routine burial, but a carefully chosen statement, echoing the sentiments of simplicity and an enduring legacy that defined her entire life. For historians and fans alike, her burial site serves as an informative landmark that illustrates the intimate, personal side of celebrity life, a side that values family and tradition above all else. Mae West. Mae West, born on August 17, 1893, remains an enduring symbol of unbridled confidence and risque humor in Hollywood's storied past. Her career, defined by witty one-liners and a defiant attitude, challenged conventional norms and forever altered the landscape of American cinema. Known for her unapologetic embrace of femininity and sexuality, West's larger-than-life persona transcended the silver screen, making her a beloved and provocative figure for generations. In her final act of self-determination, West ensured that even in death, her individuality would shine through. She chose to be laid to rest in a gown she personally selected, a sartorial statement that captured the essence of her bold, irreverent style. Accompanying this unique request was an epitaph boldly declaring, "I'm no angel," a final quip that encapsulated her playful defiance of societal expectations. Her unequivocal defiance in both life and death set a precedent, inspiring many to celebrate individuality with unabashed flair. West's burial, marked by her carefully chosen attire and inscription, stands as an informative emblem of her unique character, inviting visitors to reflect on her lasting impact on the arts and cultural dialogue surrounding gender and individuality. Ingrid Bergman. Ingrid Bergman, born on August 29, 1915, remains one of cinema's most cherished icons, a luminous presence whose career transcended borders and languages. Known for her compelling performances in classics like Casablanca and Notorious, Bergman captured the hearts of audiences worldwide with a blend of strength, vulnerability, and grace. Even as she enjoyed international acclaim, her Swedish heritage remained an integral part of her identity. In a final, deeply personal gesture that bridged her global legacy with her roots, Bergman requested that her ashes be divided between two distinct locales. Half were to be scattered at sea off the coast of Sweden, symbolizing a return to the natural elements of her homeland, while the other half were interred in Stockholm's northern cemetery. This dual resting place not only honors her remarkable contributions to film, but also serves as a poignant reminder of her enduring connection to the land of her birth. Today, both sites stand as informative landmarks for admirers and scholars, illustrating how one life can encapsulate both international artistry and national pride, a fitting tribute to a woman who embodied the union of cinematic brilliance and cultural heritage. James Cagney. James Cagney, born on July 17, 1899, carved an indelible niche in Hollywood as one of its most dynamic and versatile actors. Celebrated for his electrifying portrayals of tough yet complex characters, Cagney became synonymous with the gritty charm of the classic gangster era, even as he showcased a remarkable range that spanned comedy and drama. Despite his larger-than-life on-screen presence, Cagney's personal preferences leaned towards a life of quiet dignity, away from Hollywood's often ostentatious excess. In keeping with this ethos, upon his death on March 30, 1986, he was laid to rest at Gate of Heaven Cemetery in Hawthorne, New York, specifically within the St. Francis of Assisi Mausoleum. This choice of a refined and modest final resting place reflects his desire for an understated farewell, one that honored the values of integrity and simplicity. Today, Cagney's mausoleum stands not only as a resting place for a cinematic legend, but also as an informative landmark that captures the spirit of a man who, despite his fame, chose a path marked by personal humility and quiet respect. His legacy endures as a testament to the enduring power of genuine talent and the importance of remaining true to oneself amid the allure of stardom. Cary Grant, the epitome of suave sophistication, enchanted audiences with his irresistible charm and timeless style. Born on January 18, 1904, he quickly rose to become one of Hollywood's most beloved actors, effortlessly blending humor, romance, and a cool detachment that defined his on-screen persona. Off-camera, however, Grant was a man who fiercely guarded his personal life, choosing to remain private in an industry known for its unrelenting spotlight. When he passed away on November 29, 1986, his final wishes were a true reflection of that private nature. Instead of opting for a grand public memorial, something many movie legends embrace, Grant chose a path that was quietly dignified. He requested cremation, with his ashes carefully retained by his family, ensuring that his personal life would remain as unassuming as he had always been. This understated decision wasn't an attempt to obscure his legacy, but a conscious choice to celebrate a life defined by subtle elegance and authenticity. It reminds us that true class often lies in the simple, unadorned moments, even in the final chapter of one's life. Today, the choice to keep his remains private continues to spark conversations about celebrity and the delicate balance between public adoration and personal privacy. Cary Grant's final farewell stands as a lasting testament to the idea that sometimes the most profound statements are made not through extravagance, but through quiet, deliberate simplicity, a legacy that continues to resonate with admirers around the world. Rita Hayworth, an emblem of Hollywood glamour, lit up the silver screen with a magnetic allure that captivated audiences throughout her illustrious career. Born on October 17, 1918, she became synonymous with sophistication and transformative beauty, earning her a cherished place among the icons of her era. Rita's performances were more than just roles. They were vibrant expressions of her spirit, enchanting viewers with every smile and glance. Upon her passing on May 14, 1987, Rita's final wishes were imbued with poetic sentiment. She was laid to rest at Holy Cross Cemetery in Culver City, California, a place known for its serene atmosphere and historical significance. Her grave marker bears a touching inscription, "To yesterday's companionship and tomorrow's reunion." This heartfelt message speaks to the enduring power of love and connection, capturing the essence of a life lived fully in both the limelight and in private moments of tenderness. Rita's choice of a modest yet meaningful memorial highlights her belief that true legacy isn't measured by grandeur, but by the lasting impact of genuine human relationships. It is a reminder that even as the lights dim on a celebrated career, the bonds formed in life continue to shine brightly. Today, her resting place remains a poignant destination for those who admire not just her cinematic brilliance, but also the warmth and grace that defined her remarkable journey. Pola Negri, born on January 3, 1897, burst onto the silent film scene as one of cinema's most enchanting and enigmatic figures. With her sultry gaze and dramatic presence, she became an international sensation, redefining the image of the exotic leading lady. Pola's career, which spanned continents and captivated audiences, was marked by a blend of passion, mystery, and artistic daring, a true reflection of early Hollywood's allure. In a final twist that mirrors her life of dramatic flair, Pola reportedly requested to be buried with a vial of Rudolph Valentino's ashes. This unusual wish was meant to symbolically unite her with another icon of the silent era, adding a romantic layer to her legacy. Whether this was an expression of a personal connection or a final artistic statement remains shrouded in mystery. In fact, no concrete evidence has ever emerged confirming that Valentino's ashes were ever distributed in such a way. This ambiguity only deepens the myth surrounding her final farewell, leaving fans and historians to debate the veracity of the tale. Today, the legend of Pola Negri's final request endures as a fascinating chapter in Hollywood lore, a testament to a life lived with audacity and flair. Her story offers an intriguing glimpse into a bygone era of cinematic opulence and the enduring mystique of its stars, encapsulating the spirit of a woman who was as unforgettable in death as she was in life. Bette Davis. Bette Davis, born on April 5, 1908, remains one of Hollywood's most formidable talents, a force whose fearless performances and uncompromising dedication transformed the landscape of American cinema. Renowned for her ability to portray complex, strong-willed characters, Davis broke boundaries and set new standards in an industry often constrained by convention. Her career, marked by both critical acclaim and personal challenges, is a powerful testament to her indomitable spirit and unyielding passion for her craft. When Davis passed away on October 6, 1989, she left behind a final message that perfectly encapsulated her legacy. Laid to rest in the hallowed grounds of Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Los Angeles, her tombstone is boldly inscribed with the words, "She did it the hard way." This succinct epitaph speaks volumes, celebrating her tenacity and the relentless challenges she overcame throughout her storied career. It is a tribute not only to her professional triumphs, but also to her personal journey, a life marked by determination, resilience, and an unwavering commitment to forging her own path. Today, Bette Davis's final resting place serves as a poignant reminder of her remarkable achievements and the enduring impact of her legacy. Her epitaph continues to inspire, encapsulating the spirit of a woman who conquered obstacles with grace and fortitude, leaving an indelible mark on the history of cinema. Greta Garbo. Greta Garbo, born on September 18, 1905, remains one of cinema's most enigmatic and compelling figures. Celebrated for her mesmerizing screen presence and deeply introspective performances, Garbo captivated audiences around the world with an aura of mystery and grace that transcended the conventions of her time. Despite achieving enormous success in Hollywood, she retained a profound connection to her Swedish heritage, which ultimately guided her final wishes. When she passed away on April 15, 1990, Garbo's desire for privacy extended beyond the glare of the limelight into her last moments. Eschewing the elaborate memorials typical of cinematic icons, she was cremated, and her remains were returned to her native Sweden. Her final resting place is a modest grave at Skånekystad, a serene garden cemetery known for its quiet beauty and reflective atmosphere. This simple, unassuming burial site stands as a testament to the understated elegance that defined her both on and off screen. The choice reflects her personal preference for a private farewell, one that honors her individuality and the introspective nature that made her such a unique talent. Today, Skånekystad serves not only as a resting place, but also as a quiet sanctuary, where the memory of her unparalleled artistry continues to inspire and captivate all who visit. Marlene Dietrich. Marlene Dietrich, born on December 27, 1901, is a figure whose legendary glamour and captivating presence redefined what it meant to be a Hollywood star. Throughout her illustrious career, Dietrich exuded a mystique that transcended national boundaries and cinematic genres. Known for her sultry voice and enigmatic charm, she captivated audiences with performances that were as daring as they were unforgettable. Despite her monumental success on the international stage, Dietrich maintained a deep, personal connection to her homeland. Her final wishes reflected this inner duality and reconciliation with her roots. Upon her passing on May 6, 1992, she chose a path that was intimate and heartfelt. Rather than opting for an extravagant farewell, she decided to be laid to rest in a modest cemetery in Berlin's Friedenau district, a location steeped in history and personal significance. In a poignant gesture, she was buried beside her mother, symbolizing a quiet, final reunion that bridged the past and the present. This serene resting place, far removed from the dazzling lights of Hollywood, speaks volumes about Dietrich's desire to return to her origins, and find solace in simplicity. Her burial site now serves as a quiet tribute to a woman whose life was marked by reinvention, resilience, and a graceful defiance of convention. This final resting place, modest yet rich in personal significance, quietly honors her deep emotional ties to her homeland. Elizabeth Taylor. Elizabeth Taylor, born on February 27, 1932, dazzled the world with her breathtaking beauty, formidable talent, and an unparalleled flair for dramatic statements. Throughout her storied career, she not only captivated audiences with her performances, but also with the bold choices that defined her off-screen persona. One such unforgettable decision was her final, audacious wish to arrive at her own funeral 15 minutes late. A symbolic, if unconventional, farewell that perfectly encapsulated her spirit of defiance and theatricality. This deliberate delay was not merely a stunt, it was a powerful reminder that even in death, Taylor controlled her narrative, challenging societal norms and the traditional rituals of mourning. Adding to the mystique of her final wishes, she chose to be buried with a pair of her cherished diamond stud earrings. These earrings, emblematic of the glamour and opulence that punctuated her life, became a lasting symbol of her love for beauty and luxury. Their sparkling brilliance, a nod to her enduring passion for the finer things in life, now rests with her, a fitting tribute to a star whose life was defined by both extravagance and elegance. Today, Elizabeth Taylor's unique farewell remains a topic of fascination, a vivid illustration of how she lived boldly, leaving an indelible mark on Hollywood and on the hearts of fans worldwide. Joan Fontaine. Joan Fontaine, born on October 22, 1917, was renowned for her understated elegance and the quiet intensity she brought to every role. Unlike many of her contemporaries, Fontaine always valued privacy and a sense of detachment from the relentless hustle of Hollywood's glare. This deeply personal ethos carried through to her final wishes. Upon her passing, she chose a profoundly symbolic farewell, having her ashes scattered in the Pacific Ocean near her longtime home in Carmel, California. This choice reflected more than just a desire to return to nature. It was a deliberate, contemplative act that underscored her need for peace away from the chaos of celebrity life. The vast, timeless expanse of the Pacific served as the perfect resting place, embodying the serenity and quiet dignity that defined her off-screen existence. Fontaine's wish to have her ashes spread across the ocean's gentle waves was a final embrace of the simplicity and solace she sought throughout her life. Today, her final act of returning to nature continues to resonate, offering a poignant glimpse into the life of a woman who chose introspection and privacy over public spectacle. Her enduring legacy remains a testament to the quiet strength and subtle grace that made her one of Hollywood's most enigmatic stars. The inventor of Pringles, Frederick Baur. Frederick Baur, the mastermind behind the iconic Pringles can, had a quirky request. He wanted his ashes stored in a Pringles can. Although his family initially chuckled at the idea, they ultimately respected his wish. They debated which flavor to use and settled on the original one, transforming his final tribute into a whimsical nod to the snack that revolutionized the world of chips. Joan Rivers. Joan Rivers, the queen of caustic wit and red carpet theatrics, didn't just imagine her funeral. She directed it, scripting every absurd, glittering detail to ensure her final bow would outshine even Hollywood's most flamboyant premieres. "I want a full-blown production, darling. No tears, just standing ovations," she quipped. True to her vision, her plans included Meryl Streep sobbing in 5 different accents, a wind machine whirring nonstop to mimic Beyoncé's iconic hair flips, and a guest list teeming with A-listers, frenemies, and paparazzi elbowing for snaps of her sequined casket. She envisioned publicists fainting for attention, Kardashians photobombing mourners, and Anderson Cooper delivering a eulogy while side-eyeing a hologram of her roasting him from beyond the grave. Beneath the camp, though, lay a sharp commentary on celebrity culture she'd skewered for decades. Her funeral fantasy wasn't just vanity, it was a final punchline, a reminder that life's a gaudy, glorious joke. "If my funeral isn't covered by TMZ," she'd smirk, "I'm dying again." In true Joan fashion, she turned mortality into a standing mic, ensuring the world laughed with her. One last time, under the blinding glare of a spotlight she'd never truly exit. Hunter S. Thompson. Hunter S. Thompson, the fearless chronicler of counterculture, embodied a life lived on his own unapologetic terms, and his final wish was no less radical than his storied career. In an ultimate act of defiance, he requested that his ashes be blasted from a cannon, a farewell that broke all conventional molds. This extravagant idea wasn't a spur-of-the-moment whim. It was a meticulously planned tribute to a man who spent his life challenging the status quo. The execution of this unorthodox farewell was funded by none other than Johnny Depp, who famously brought Thompson to life on screen. Depp's support lent both financial backing and a symbolic nod to the spirit of rebellion that defined Thompson. The cannon blast, which cost millions to stage, was designed to be as explosive and unpredictable as the man himself. Rather than a quiet, somber ceremony, Thompson's final act was a jubilant, rebellious send-off, a defiant roar against conformity. The very notion of launching his remains skyward, dispersing them into the open air, was a metaphor for his desire to break free from the confines of a predictable life. It was a farewell that perfectly encapsulated Thompson's unbridled energy, his disdain for the ordinary, and his relentless commitment to living life without compromise. Even to death, his message was loud and clear. True freedom is found only when you dare to defy expectations. Philip Seymour Hoffman. Philip Seymour Hoffman was not only a towering talent on screen, but also a man of deep conviction and personal integrity. Even in death, he was determined to defy the norms of privilege that so often shape our society. In a final, unequivocal act of rebellion, Hoffman explicitly directed that none of his money should go to his children. His intent was clear. He did not want his offspring to grow up cushioned by an inheritance, becoming what many would dismiss as trust fund kids. Instead, he chose to leave his estate entirely to his partner, Mimi O'Donnell. This decision was much more than a financial directive. It was a powerful statement of his belief in forging one's own path through hard work and personal effort. Hoffman, renowned for his uncompromising performances and his ability to portray the most complex characters, carried that same sense of integrity into his personal life. By ensuring that his children would not receive a legacy of unearned wealth, he underscored his commitment to the idea that success must be earned rather than inherited. In a world where inherited privilege can sometimes create barriers to personal growth, Hoffman's final wishes serve as a poignant reminder of the values he held dear. His insistence on self-reliance and authenticity continues to resonate, marking his legacy not only in the realm of cinema, but also as a beacon for those who believe in the merit of hard work and genuine achievement. Janis Joplin. Rock icon. Janis Joplin's final instruction in her will perfectly encapsulates the freewheeling spirit that defined her life and career. Rather than requesting a traditional somber memorial, Joplin set aside $2,500, a sum that would be considerably more in today's dollars. This request was not merely about having a good time. It was a deliberate statement of her belief that even death should be celebrated in a way that reflects one's personality and passions. For Janis, life was a whirlwind of raw emotion, wild energy, and a refusal to conform to societal expectations. The idea of transforming a moment of loss into a festive event challenges conventional mourning practices and highlights Joplin's unique approach to life's inevitable end. Instead of succumbing to despair, she envisioned a farewell filled with music, laughter, and communal celebration. Today, her request stands as a testament to her enduring influence, reminding us that even in death, the celebration of life can be an act of defiance, joy, and love. Tupac Shakur. Tupac Shakur was a revolutionary artist whose impact on music and culture continues to resonate with fans around the globe. Known for his provocative lyrics and uncompromising vision, Tupac pushed boundaries and challenged societal norms throughout his career. Even before his untimely death, he made it clear that his approach to life, and even death, would be anything but conventional. In one of his most memorable verses, he rapped about having his ashes smoked by his friends after he passed away. This wasn't a mere flourish of bravado or poetic exaggeration. It was a genuine expression of his countercultural spirit and a defiant statement against the norms of traditional memorial practices. His desire to have his ashes shared in such an unconventional way mirrored his lifelong commitment to defying expectations and challenging the status quo. In doing so, Tupac left an indelible mark on the world, reminding us that true legacy is forged not by following the rules, but by daring to rewrite them. The creator of Doritos, Arch West. Arch West, the creative force behind the iconic Doritos, left an unconventional final mark that epitomized his quirky sense of humor and innovative spirit. Known for transforming a simple tortilla chip into a beloved cultural phenomenon, West's contribution to snack history was unparalleled. In a fitting homage to his creation, he requested that his cremation include his famous Doritos chips, literally taking his invention to the grave. His daughter later recalled that tossing the chips into his urn was not only a natural nod to the snack's widespread popularity, but also a heartfelt tribute to a life spent revolutionizing the food industry. This unique request remains a quirky, edible testament to his enduring legacy and creative genius. Charles Dickens. Charles Dickens, the esteemed literary giant celebrated for his vivid storytelling and social commentary, left behind a surprisingly modest directive for his own farewell. In his will, he specifically instructed that those attending his funeral should avoid wearing anything extravagant. No scarves, cloaks, long hatbands, or other ostentatious adornments. This clear request reflected his desire for a simple, unostentatious ceremony that honored his life, without the trappings of lavish display. Dickens sought a private and dignified farewell, one that echoed the simplicity he valued and shunned the excesses common among his contemporaries. His directive serves as a timeless reminder of the elegance found in understatement and the importance of authenticity in both life and death. Napoleon Bonaparte. Napoleon Bonaparte, whose dramatic life was marked by extraordinary conquests and bold ambition, left behind a final request that was as unconventional as his legacy. In his will, he asked for his hair to be carefully preserved and fashioned into jewelry for his family members. This morbid yet fascinating directive reflects a peculiar tradition of his era and speaks volumes about Napoleon's desire to leave a tangible, enduring mark on history. By choosing to immortalize a part of himself in this manner, he ensured that even in death, his influence would be felt. This unusual request has intrigued historians for centuries, serving as a vivid reminder of the dramatic flair and complexity that defined his life and reign. William Shakespeare. In one of the most famously enigmatic clauses of his will, William Shakespeare bequeathed his second-best bed to his wife, a decision that has sparked centuries of debate. At first glance, this might appear as a dismissive gesture, but scholars argue it was in fact a deeply intimate token. During the Elizabethan era, the best bed was customarily reserved for honored guests, making the second-best bed a personal gift meant solely for his spouse. This subtle nuance hints at the complexities of matrimonial customs in Shakespeare's time and reflects the deeply personal nature of his final wishes. The bequest remains one of the most discussed elements of his will, offering insights into both historical practices and the tender intricacies of marital affection. Benjamin Franklin. Benjamin Franklin, one of America's most illustrious founding fathers, left behind a striking and thought-provoking instruction in his will. He bequeathed a set of 408 diamonds to his daughter, Sarah Bach, with the explicit condition that they should not be used to create jewelry. Franklin was adamant in his condemnation of the expensive, vain, and useless fashion of wearing jewels, advocating instead for a practical and moralistic use of wealth. This directive not only underscores his characteristic wit, but also provides a window into his progressive views on materialism and societal extravagance. Franklin's unconventional bequest continues to fascinate historians, embodying the blend of pragmatism and humor that defined his enduring legacy.